YouTube viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another Marvel Legends news update. Well, recently Hasbro announced that the Namor figure they showed last year at San Diego Comic-Con is going to be the Walgreens exclusive, which I mentioned when they first showed the figure. I said that pretty confidently because Walgreens is the only site or store that has a single carded exclusive. At least that's been the way things have been for the past several years. Until we see another site like Entertainment Earth have a single carded exclusive, we can always assume that it's going to be Walgreens. So we don't know what the next exclusive is going to be, but I think there is a rumor that it might be a Doctor Strange figure, or Doctor Strange related figure, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Next, it was reported by at least one blog website that there's going to be a Best of Avengers set that is probably going to be a UK exclusive, if not then a European Union exclusive. Basically at Toy Fair this past month in England, I believe it was, a distributor mentioned that they would be carrying such a collection of figures, and a friend of mine on Facebook also found a link to a set, what they're calling a secret set. It was a company or website called Star Action Figures UK, and they are showing a set of figures. I think it's a set of 7. There's no image attached to it, but the figure, or the set of figures that was shown by this blog, showed Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, War Machine, Black Widow, Thor, Hawkeye, and Loki, with the Hulkbuster as the BAF. So good news for folks who had a hard time trying to get these figures. I think the Thor is the exclusive from the Amazon box set, and I think also the Black Widow and Hawkeye are as well. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. The Loki, I know a lot of people were trying to get their hands on. The first release, I think, was I think actually both of them might have been Walmart exclusives. So good news for collectors in the UK who don't have a lot of Walmarts. So I'll let you guys know when I find out more information, but so far looks like those rumors might be true. And finally, for the big news that I have to reveal, is one of my loyal viewers was able to find some information in a store computer relating to the next wave of Captain America Marvel Legends. There are quite a few, so bear with me while I go through the list. There might actually be one more that I'm trying to research, just because of the way that the UPC numbers tend to be in a sequential order, and there's one that looks like it's missing from my list. So also I'm showing 11 new figures, so here we go. The list that I have so far is something called Combatant Blue, Hero Battler Red, King Cobra, who is a member of the Serpent Society, Iron Skull, which is Red Skull in basically an Iron Man suit, Age of X, which is from the comics, but no specific name of a character there, Captain Britain, Red Guardian, Nick Fury, which we don't know if that's just going to be a straight re-release of the 3-pack Nick Fury that we just got. Crossbones, Hero Ace Red 2, and Scarlet Witch. So let's start off with Scarlet Witch. I did confirm that this is a completely new Scarlet Witch. It's not the, well, let me rephrase that. The UPC for this Scarlet Witch is completely different from the UPC that we got back in the Odin wave for that figure. So don't know if it's going to be just a straight re-release, but if I had to guess, I would say this is going to be a movie Scarlet Witch, but we're just going to have to wait and see. One of the reasons that I don't think it's going to be a re-release of the Odin Wave Scarlet Witch is that that figure was listed as Maidens of Might, and you know, she's getting her actual name put on the package here, so that tends to indicate to me that it's going to be a movie figure, but we're just going to have to wait and see on that. Now getting into the Age of X, there are quite a few figures that could possibly be. It was a storyline in the comics, or a separate run in the comics. I guess it was per X-Men series, and quite a few characters that it could be. I'm going to show some pictures here. You know, most of them are X-Men related, so really surprised to see this, that that a character like this wouldn't show up in an X-Men wave. And you know, who's to say that this isn't going to be part of an X-Men wave? We just don't know as of yet. Right now, I believe all of these figures that I'm showing, or all the UPCs that I was able to uncover, are for Captain America wave of figures. I know that at least 2 or 3 of them, when I cross-referenced these numbers with Target, they did come up as the Captain America wave DPCI. So makes me believe that these are all going to be as part of a Captain America, you know, Civil War type lineup. But you know, here we go as far as a bunch of X-Men characters. I don't know, you know, if any of these, you know, could be thought of as Captain America related or Avengers related. Magneto kind of has feet in both worlds, but the rest of them pretty much are X-Men characters. Now getting into Iron Skull, we don't know if, you know, he's going to make an appearance in the movie. We have been getting a lot of characters related to the animated series lately, so showing some pictures here of Iron Skull from the Avengers Assemble TV show, and you know, it gives you an idea of what the, you know, costume looks like, how Red Skull appears in that suit of armor. So it'll probably be, you know, just an Iron Man figure with the Red Skull head, but we're just gonna have to wait and see how good that turns out. And speaking of the animated series, Crossbones is also supposed to be in this wave, one of these 2 waves, and don't know if it's going to be a movie Crossbones or comic book / animated series Crossbones. I'm really hoping that they're not just going to re-release the Crossbones from the Ares wave, because that figure is not very good. Crossbones is a big guy, but he's not super yoked out, huge, as Punker Mike would say, beefing it like the Wrecking Crew guys are. So even that body mold is a little big for the Wrecking Crew, in my opinion. So I'm really hoping that we get a brand new Crossbones, maybe on the either Hyperion body mold or even better, the Grim Reaper body mold. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Speaking of big dudes, Nuke was also shown last year at San Diego Comic-Con, and so we have a pretty good idea of what he's going to look like. And yeah, if you haven't watched the Jessica Jones TV series or Netflix series, then I highly recommend it. And yeah, this is pretty cool that we're finally getting a Nuke figure. I know a lot of people, I'm not a huge fan of the character, but I know a lot of people have been excited to get one. Nick Fury, again, we don't know if it's just going to be a re-release of the one that came in the 3-pack. Given Hasbro's track record, it would not surprise me at all if that's the route that they went. Next, we have King Cobra, and that's pretty exciting that we are going to be getting another member of the Serpent Society. I think King Cobra is the leader of the Serpent Society, if I'm not mistaken. And it'll be really interesting to see how they pull off that costume. You know, it's a pretty unique design, and you know, a lot of people who decided to pass on the Cottonmouth figure here in the Red Onslaught wave are maybe going to need to reconsider. It would not surprise me at all if we see a Serpent Society box set or a 3-pack exclusive from one of the stores here this year. That would make perfect sense on how to release a large number of the Serpent Society all at once, and would make a lot of us fans pretty damn happy. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens as far as that goes. Another figure from the comics a lot of people have been waiting for is Red Guardian. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of this character. I know very little about him other than he's basically like the Soviet version of Captain America. So, yeah, it's pretty cool that we keep getting comic book characters. So, I think there's more than one design for his costume, so we'll just have to see which one they go with. Captain Britain is also another character that a lot of people have been wanting to get an updated version of for a while, and again, I'm not a fan of the character, but I know a lot of people are, and it'll be interesting to see if I'm assuming they're going to go with the Grim Reaper body mold for him, since he is a pretty beefed out character. It's very cool that we're getting that middle range body mold with that new Captain America. Looks really good on that body. Finally, we have the unknown list of characters that are just given these generic names like Combatant Blue, Hero Battler Red, and Hero Ace Red #2. So what I'm assuming is that Combatant Blue means it's somebody who is on Captain America's team, and the Hero Ace Red or Battler Red are the characters that are on Tony's team. So I hit up my friend Rick Dominguez, who let me know that Black Panther is supposed to be on Tony Stark's team in the movie. So it would not surprise me at all if the 3 figures that Hasbro recently showed, movie figures, the Black Panther, the Captain America, and the Iron Man, were going to be part of this set, and we're just given these generic code names, so that we have Combatant Blue being Captain America, Hero Battler Red being Iron Man, and Hero Ace Red being Black Panther. So again, this is just pure speculation on my part. The other rumor is that those 3 figures are going to be part of a 3-pack, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Typically, the Target 3-packs are not movie figures, so I know that Toys R Us have been doing movie figures with the Agents of Shield pack and stuff like that. So I don't know if those 3 figures are going to be part of these waves or part of a 3-pack of an exclusive of some kind. And as far as the Build-A-Figure goes, I don't have any information about that. It's usually the last thing that we ever know is what the Build-A-Figure is, just like we don't know what the BAF is going to be for the X-Men wave or the Doctor Strange wave or the second Spider-Man wave. But I did go back and look at stuff from last year, pictures from last year's Comic-Con, and was reminded that A-Bomb was one of the figures that they showed was supposed to come out in the near future. So I'm thinking in one of these waves that we might see A-Bomb as the Build-A-Figure. So I don't know if we're going to see him this year. Typically I think A-Bomb is a Hulk villain, but who knows? We're just going to have to wait and see as far as that goes. And yeah, with that, I will leave you guys with Brock.
Hey you, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Brock out.